Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Angie, and I am back again with another podcast interview. I go out in the world and I find some very wonderful people who are doing some wonderful and extraordinary things. I like to connect as if we bumped into each other in the Starbucks coffee house or the local place. If you don't support that. So at any rate, a coffee house vibes, I guess I should say. So this is my friend Chantel West, and we met because of Clubhouse. If you're not on that platform, it's an audio platform. I say it's podcasting, and Zoom had a baby. Bing. And there we
Yes.
go. We have the Clubhouse audio. And so we met there and we meet each other there frequently, daily, basically, and we journal together using journaling prompts. So if you are a person that likes to journal, you should join us, in which the links will be down in the show notes. So
Awesome.
welcome, Miss Chantel. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, Miss Angie? Thank you so much for inviting me up here. I appreciate it.
Yes, I'm so glad that you accepted, because it's really nice to get to know people. And sometimes, we will go out and we'll seek to find someone to
Hmm.
put on a podcast, but I just really like bumping into people and find out what they do, and saying, hey, let's talk about this on the podcast. And
Right.
right, and travel is one of the things that I really want to get back into. And I know it's been a big thing going on, with COVID in 2020. So your
Hmm.
business is called D.O.E, Excursions Travel. So have you always been a type person that like to travel since when?
I'm I've been wanting to travel ever since the thought of traveling came into mind. So of course,
Hmm.
really young. I always kind of look up to, my mom, my aunts and them when, they'll kind of get ready or I'll see pictures and them going on trips and cruises and visiting other places and meeting people. So I've I've kind of always been exposed to that, as far as seeing that, like, wow, I can do that, I
Hmm.
can be able to do that. So yeah, ever since I was, like I said, ever since the idea of travel came into mind. I was able to comprehend and understand it.
Hmm. So are you more like a wanderlust type person? Did you ever like kind of backpack any places or kind of travel, move from one spot to the next?
Not yet. That is on my bucket list. And
Hmm.
and thing is because, I am married. I do have three wonderful sons. So I have all men in the house. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
I can go wander off in the neighborhood and, you know, it's like four pit bulls. They ready. They just looking for me, like, where you at? Where you going? I'm like, so I don't know. I think maybe that's what's kind of holding me back a little bit. It's like, okay, I want to go do this, but I got these four. Like, wait a minute, where
Hmm.
you going?
Yeah,
What you mean you
yeah.
going to just wander off? You can't go wander off in another country. But that is definitely on my bucket list. I want to just be able to do a backpack and just go to different locations. And like my favorite is actually to explore I ain't gonna say explore, but just travel and just witness and experience the continent of Asia as well as the continent of Africa. Those are like my main two, where I
Hmm.
just want to just get into the culture, get into, see the people, just be, I say, be that little fly on the wall. I really want to be on the fly on the wall at a
Hmm.
temple and just see the monks at bay, just somewhere in the corner. Like I'm not going to be in your way. I just want to be right here
Hmm.
and just witness that, or, in the continent of Africa, just, the tribes just kind of going about their daily, routines, their daily lives, and just right there, just witnessing it.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. Well, you have something to look forward to, or maybe doing a family trip and
Yeah.
everybody goes. Yeah, open, expand their minds to just like seeing different things and doing it together would be fun.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. I went to Ghana in 2018 and spent 2.5 months there. So that was definitely a trip that I never thought would ever happen. It was always something that I thought like I dreamt. I was like always like a dream to go to Africa. And then in 2000, no, so yeah, so 2001, my friend and we were planning to go backpacking in Europe. That backpack has now become my emergency bag because in 2001, we know, before we were
Mm.
supposed to leave, the towers were hit. And that's when I lived in the DMV area. So living in
Yes.
the DMV area definitely is, you were at the epic center of it all. So life just kind of shut down. And I got a little nervous with traveling outside of the country. And so I got on a bus and I came out to Washington State. So I was like feeling that nomad feeling, to ready to start to wander. And then like, that stopped it. And so then when I went to Africa and I was like ready to re-explore again, that was in 2018. And then 2019, it was like, okay, I was ready to go back, at the beginning of 2020, because I was like, January, and then the COVID hit. And I
Okay.
was like, so as a travel agent, to say all that to get to this, how are people feeling now about traveling? Like, is there a little bit of trepidation, a little bit nervousness, a little trauma?
So let's rewind it back to last year, to 2020. Everything shut down. It was March. I want to say March 13th. I remember this because I still working in corporate America, and that was my last day in office. Like that was the last day. After that, and never since then, working remotely, been home. Yeah, it was just standstill. And of course, people at first was worried because they were like, what's going on? What's happening? Then, like a toddler, you get all fidgety. You get that, are we there yet? It's happening. Is it done? Is it done? And here in Arizona, the little light, that little thin light happened in, I want to say May, maybe June. And everybody lost their mind because everybody was like, I need to go somewhere. I don't care if it's within the state. I don't care if it's the next state over. It ain't got to be in the country. People were just itching just to have some type of getaway. So, of course, year 2020, you have those that were like, we're getting out here. We're jumping out here and do it. You had some that were still cautious, but like, well, let's just wait and see, because let's keep it real. Majority of the world, global, was still on some type of shutdown, whether it's, you can't visit there, you can't leave, if you're going here, you have to be, mask up at the time. This is before the whole talk of vaccinations came in. So you say you have the group that was like, they didn't care what's happening. There's like, we got to get out of here. Then you have a group that was like, okay, we're going to be precautious, we're going to wait. Then you have some that's like, you know what, I'm just going to sit this. They just wrote 2020 off. 2021 came. My goodness. Everybody was like, we're about to do it. And here's the thing. It wasn't even though the demand for traveling has increased this year, I truly believe 2022 is going to be explosive, because you still have those that were still like, okay, I'm going to maybe do a staycation, or maybe I'll just go to my family's, but I'm not going to really travel yet. I truly believe 2022, everybody's going to be out. Everybody's going to travel. They're going to go to their favorite places. And if anything, a lot of people are now really taking advantage of going to those bucket list places. I had a couple people reach out, they want to do Africa. They want to do Bora Bora. They want to go and just explore, because 2020 was basically, it was an eye opener. It was an eye opener for a lot of people, because a lot of people really thought like, this is it. It's like, we're not going to be able to enjoy the freedom of traveling, so once they open back up, of course, with some restrictions, with some guidelines, people are just taking full advantage. But 2022, I truly believe, especially with the cruising now back in flow this year, it's going to be crazy. In a good way.
So you're going to be busy.
Yes, very busy in a good way.
Yes,
it's a very good problem for me.
So then when did you decide to like start your own travel business?
Oh my goodness.
When was that aha moment?
Actually, it's funny. I've always been the friend where whenever we got something going on, I always kind of be the one to either plan it or help plan, kind of organize everything. Or, if people come into town, they be like, Chantel, what's happening? What's going on? I've always been that go-to person. So I really like the idea of planning, helping out. And of course, just also creating those memories. Let's see, D.O.E. I started D.O.E. Oh my gosh, 4 years. 4 years. Oh my gosh, 4 years. Yeah, it's been 4 years now. I started out through a host agency, and the idea came from my cousin, which I'm gonna shout her out real quick, Michelle Alls with Awesome Travel.
Okay. Tell her she check us out.
Yes,
To see your podcast.
I'm definitely gonna tell it to keep it out, because I definitely have to give her a shout out, because she was the one that she came across an opportunity. She shared it with me, and I said, let me give it a year. Let me see if this is something I really want to do. I always wanted to own my own business. I always wanted to be my own boss, as far as just having that freedom to be with my family and just have that flexibility of, if I want to get up and go see my kids at school, I want to. Or, if they're on break, I can still work and yet we go travel to a different place, or just whatever. I always want to have that freedom just to be with my friends, be with my family, and just, but yet still be able to, let's keep it real, still bring some money in. So, but yeah, so my cousin, she's the one that brought it to me. Was in the host agency for about a year. I liked the idea of owning the agency. It's just, and I'm just going to be very transparent. There were some things that kind of transpired with this host agency where I didn't really like. And I was thinking like, okay, maybe this is all that's left. And then it took another person who my cousin and I came across. Shout out to Legra Cologne with Global Travelers. She was the one who really showed us how to be independent without a host. Basically, LLC business setups. Like this is my baby. I'm not part of a host agency. This is my baby, licensed, insured. This is my baby. I'm proud to say I am part of the BBB community, which that is not something you go up to and knock on the door and say, hey, I want to join. They have to find you and invite you. So I'm very proud to be part of that Better Business Bureau community. It's been rocking. Has its moments? Yes. Yes. And I think that's with any business, as far as, I tell anybody, something about them first 2 years. If you can get through them first 2 years, and I mean, you have to encourage yourself. You have to look them affirmations, them prayers, them journaling, whatever avenue you have to keep yourself focused and balanced, and know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what you're supposed to do. It will be activated like none other them first 2 years. And I will have to say it humbly, and kind of trying to keep it together here, but this year is really the true manifestation year of those 2 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. I'm glad I came. I'm getting to know you. See, my nose, it turns a little red. People always know I get emotional because my nose, it kind of turns like a red color. As you were saying,
I start to get a little glossy, I'm like, hold it in.
Yeah, I looked and I'm like, oh great, my nose is starting to match my jacket. Okay, so yes, that's very beautiful, and I'm excited to work with you this year, because as far as journaling, like we as a collective, you really have to come, everyone, and experience working with us on Clubhouse. It's a very beautiful community. Most of us been together maybe March, April, May, somewhere in there. Some people came in during the summer. But it's been a while. I mean, I'll tell you, it's been over 30 days. Is it over 60 days?
Is it summer? Yeah. I gotta go back. Hold on. I gotta go back to my journal.
Oh, there we go.
I'll go back
the journal. The great gatekeeper and timekeeper, right? So now, as things are opening up, we want to maybe do some more in-person writing situations. Not very do this A to Z, but where we can experience a city, come back and write and do those types of things. We have a lot of sayings, and so we want some t-shirts, and we need someone to be in the back end to gather all these things up. And so I think we've kind of picked Chantel.
I've always been that one that just be like, oh, we just decided to pick you to do that. I'm like, oh, voluntold. Okay, I'm used to this. I'm used to that culture. So it's, yeah.
Yeah, here it is, right? So it's just like, and then besides, but it's no brainer. Who's been here supporting the group and understand like about the whole writing thing? It's really a no brainer to go
And
to.
not only the writing thing, just I love when I love when I get visions and I just entertain them to I cannot wait till we all meet. Like I keep seeing us meeting at this nice, beautiful park, these long tables, and like we're having like some type of like an early dinner, sunset kind of vibe, and we're just having an amazing time. And I'm like, where is this at? The only thing I kept saying is, where is this? Like, it's like I'm trying to picture like where is this field at? Like, where is this? Where is this? So I'm like, yes, I do need to jump out to. Yes, I need to come to Washington State. I need to go to New Orleans because I need to find where is this field at. So because it was beautiful, but I'm so excited. I cannot wait till we all get a chance to have our meetups and just like we already developed that vibe, that atmosphere of Angie's here, and I'm gonna name drop, Lamont here, Jennifer's here, Coco's here, Sydney here, Miss Z, she's here. Everybody's here, Jada, Carolyn, everybody's here. And I'm just can't wait to see that in person, and really see that energy just go to a whole nother level. I know we just like digress, but guys, we love our community. We love our room. Those are people.
And that's why we're inviting you to come too. And then also, as you're looking and listening to what we're saying, this is why we all create businesses or we do the things that we do. We're hoping to find that crew of people that love what we do while we put the things out. I mean, come on, like Oprah, she got her people who love her. I mean, we got all kinds of people. I mean, like they have different things. People love Beyonce. People love all these, different new writers coming out. They hear what they say, they start to follow them, and they want to go and experience them in real life, right? And that's kind of what we're saying. This is how like my business and the things that I do has trickled over into the lives of other people. And now we can collaborate and meet up and still be able to ignite our passions together and be able to do it. This is kind of what it naturally has done. And I think as we all create our businesses, this is the feeling that we're trying to work those 2 years or more to get to. And I'm sitting here having this conversation with you. I feel very warm and fuzzy inside because I kind of feel like I'm arriving. Like, I'm putting the car in gear and I'm getting up that hill and I'm finally arriving to the spot where I personally really have always wanted my vision of my business to be. And so it's nice. Yeah.
It's coming. It's a magnificent feeling.
Yes. So song on your playlist, you can put it on there as Jill Scott, Magnificent, or Special Ed,
Magnificent. I'm telling you, ever since I'm still riding off that word. It's amazing. It's an awesome word. But yes, even Angie, even with you, like, I'm big on supporting people, supporting no matter what, it's gonna keep it real. I do support Black. I support women. I support people of color. And I definitely support what I like to call region because I'm from Virginia. So
I'm from Virginia too.
So listen, if you say Virginia, we cousins. So we'll talk about that later. But we cousins somewhere we're cousins.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
We cousins down there somewhere. But and I do support, I call hometown because I'm from Virginia, and so anybody that's doing a business and like, oh, you from Virginia? Let me check you out real quick, and girl, them candles. So tell me why my lighter went out. And I need to go out there today, but it's Black Friday. I'm scared to go out there because you could just go in there for a stick of gum and somehow you get caught up in some stuff. I don't got time, but I really need my lighter so I can go burn my bourbon and bow tie candle. Okay, I really want to burn that right now. And the oils too. So I really appreciate you in this platform, but also too just the opportunity just to support you and of course support other businesses or, other businesses that come across this platform. I really appreciate it.
Yes, yeah, thank you so much. I can't wait till you burn that bow ties and bourbon. Right? I can't wait. And thank you so much for supporting and just being able here to share your story. This is why I like to do what I do, and do what I love. There's many other coaches out there like Michelle Rohr. I always shout her out because she builds her business based on how she feels. And she always tells us, build your business on how you feel, because people will be attracted to that. You can get the sales funnels and do all the tech and that kind of thing. It's great, but it's just like, really, if you focus on who you are and the inside, work on your personal, like your own trauma and deal with that in a way and create, people will be attracted to that and naturally want to be in your world. You don't have to like keep sending out all these big lures and trying to wheel them in and don't break my reel,
It's funny you say that because I'm not a salesy person. I don't like sales. I don't like working for sales. I don't do that. I am big on I'll introduce myself. I'll tell you what I do and I'll leave it there. And that's what I normally do. And of course, there have been times where they know, and it could be months. It could be weeks, days, months. And out of nowhere, I just get like, hey, I thought about you the other day. I got this coming up. Would you mind helping me with this? Let me take a look at it. Let me see. And I'm really big on developing the rapport with my clients. Whether you hire me or not, I still like to develop the rapport. If you reach out to me for a question, okay, give me a couple minutes. Let me, whether it's about a passport, whether it's about a destination, whether you need to be vaccinated or not, I have no problem answering that. One of the things that okay, listen, I understand. Yes, you don't want to give all of yourself away for free. That part I understand. But there is a balance to it, and I know I have seen and witnessed somewhere just to talk to them, you got to pay. And I'm like, no, like this is information that you can actually go Google. But the way today is with society, some people don't really have the time to stop and look up something. And that's when I come in. This is where D.O.E come in. I do the research. I have my eyes and ears open at all times, no matter what, whether it's something political, whether it's weather, I have my eyes and ears open everywhere, because if someone wants a destination, I gotta be like, okay, what's happening here? Okay, there's some political things. Like, for example, back to, was it 2020? Was it 2020? I think it was 2020, late 2020, early 2021, where some of the countries were still on, hold on, check this out. They're on shutdown. It was one of those where they said, okay, people from other countries can come in, but the actual locals were still on shutdown, meaning they had curfew. And I know there were people that said, oh, I want to go here. And I said, no, you're not, because just imagine, we're here. We can't go nowhere. We on curfew, but you bringing everybody else in. Just imagine. Somebody gonna pop off. Somebody's gonna get upset. It's gonna be a group of people that's gonna get upset. So I keep my eyes and my ears out for that, because I'm like, oh, that is not gonna be good, because yes, it's open, you can go, but you might be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and something happens. And
being able to move, like, oh, we're shut down, or we want to go to this hotel. Oh, well, we shut the front doors at this time and lock them, and then you're out. I mean, there's so many variables of things that could go wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good.
And then also too, during the we're still in the pandemic. I'm gonna leave that alone, but we're still in the pandemic. We're still trying to be cautious of some things. But I would say, if anything, people really learn more about staycations than ever. This was the perfect time for people, including myself, to even learn about the state I'm in, to learn about Arizona. And I tell anybody, Arizona has so many hidden gems. It's ridiculous. Like, not even stuff you see on the Travel Channel, but haven't even broke surface. It's so many hidden gems, hidden places. in the state. And I was so glad actually to able to experience it. And I don't think I've experienced 1/5 of it yet. It's still more out there. So I'll also, advise those who may still want to get away, but kind of still feeling unsure, explore your background. Not background, sorry. Explore your backyard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Look in your backyard. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised. Look in your backyard.
Yeah, that reminds me of the song by N.D.I. Remember, she had a song and she was saying how there's different places like mimic the world that's in like the States. I can't remember the exact song, but she was just saying like, the poverty at the level that it is in third world countries is right here and like down like in your backyard. So
it's
yeah,
literally your backyard.
yeah. So exploring just different places that you would feel like you have to go out of the country to explore. You don't necessarily have to, that you could do it right here. So I'm just thinking, hey, that long table of food could be done probably somewhere in the hidden gem in Arizona, depending on the time of year we want to go, right?
Yes, and I would say maybe Sedona, Arizona. That is my
Mm-hmm.
spot. I love it. Sedona is beautiful all year round. Yes, now people know Arizona's known for heat.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona do get cold. People
Yeah,
don't want to
exactly.
believe it.
Yeah.
They do get cold at night. Now, daytime, January, February, it gets a little brisk with the sun out. But at night, it's nothing to play with.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold.
I'm in Washington, the high plateau desert time, and I would do shows like during the day, and it would be steaming hot, especially 3 p.m. It would just be a lull where it's quiet, and I would just be in my tent chilling, like just not really moving, just. But then at night, when that wind picked up, I mean, I would be out there now in a jacket and fur little booties because, yeah, Seattle concert, Gwen Stefani in June. I get that. I'm like, why are people out here with Uggs? And then at the concert, I was like, I know a lot of people out here out in Uggs. The
like
temperature plummeted. Yeah.
Like right now, it's 70. I think it was 77 today. It's gorgeous, great. But when that sun drops and that sun leaves, you're like, oh.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Let me throw an extra layer on me real quick.
The sun is very beautiful. I mean, most people here listen to the podcast, depending on where you're from, especially that intensity of the heat when it's really on your skin and touching it. And then when it leaves, yeah, it's like quick chill,
Quick.
So yeah, well, awesome. Well, thank you so much. So if people want to reach out, want to travel, businesses, if you want to, because you recently did a retreat, is it in the Caribbean that you went? Wait, or Mexico?
Mexico. So so with D.O.E, basically, because I know some people are like, well, what do you do? I specialize in groups. I specialize in single family homes. I specialize in, of course, couples. So kind of like that, kind of like the little getaway, whether it's a honeymoon or just, anniversary, just have like that romantic travel. And of course, I do also work with some solo travelers who, whether it's they want to do the backpack and go, or sometimes they have their love of, like one of my clients, she's a marathon runner and she wanted me to help her just basically book everything out for her for that year of all her marathon runs and everything. So I do work with some solo travelers based off their hobbies, or if they just want to do some backpacking. Yes, the client I just had was a group trip. I do business and leisure and a little bit of both. And this was a little bit of both. We were at we was in Cancun, Mexico, at the Temptation Cancun Resort. It was amazing, which actually I'm gonna throw this other little plug in because she's my sweetheart. She's launching her retreat for next year right now. The U for You retreat 2022. We're gonna be in Dominican Republic next year. I'm so excited. But yes, that's like a few things I do. Of course, honeymoons. Right now, I'm currently working with a client on a destination wedding, as far as just kind of making sure everybody gets there and kind of have some things set up for them to make sure they have a great time while, two people are coming together in holy matrimony. Yeah. So I'm excited. And 2022, man, so much things to come. Even I'm thinking about maybe putting something together as far as D.O.E. I don't know. I'm debating.
We got to make some D.O.E. candles.
We'll talk later. We will talk later.
Pluggy today. Plug 1, plug 2, right? De La Soul.
I love it.
Okay, so now that we've went all the way to memory lane and back, okay, so yes, this has been fun. This is what a podcast is all about: sitting back and chilling. Well, at least mine is, chilling. Like, we just had sips
I
of
love it.
coffee. We're having
I
a
love
good
it.
time.
Coffee, water,
Yeah, there we
hydration is
go.
key.
I know my mug has been a little coffee stain. I've been drinking out of it since, this morning. It's like little coffee drips. Okay, so before we let you go, we have to get a nice journaling. I'm gonna get one from
Okay.
the
Oh,
green
it's funny.
sack.
Every time you say journal, I'm like, where's my journal? Where is it?
Where's
Where
the
is it?
journal? It's gonna be whatever comes off the top of our mind. Well,
Gotcha.
Let's see what this one is. Lazy Sunday.
Oh. Laying in my bed, listening to the sound of birds, being greeted by the warmth of the sun as it's rising, peeking through the blinds, laying around just, first of all, giving thanks and realizing I don't have nothing to do today. I think I'm gonna go get me something to eat. Then I think I'm gonna make a couple calls, check in with some people. Hold on, what you say, hon? You gonna go somewhere? You gonna take the boys? I think I may walk around in my underwear. And eat a nice big bowl of cereal and watch my shows and just bask in all of God's goodness and glory and just say thank you. I'm done speaking.
Lazy Sunday. All right. Love it. Love it. That's what I'm talking about. I love Sundays.
Ooh, I'll be looking forward to this Sunday now.
Okay, she got it mapped out. Okay, we went for the plug into husband's ear.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, here we go. All right. Well, I don't have to come back from that because I really love it. I said how I imagine Sunday is just getting up, chilling, low, slow waltz through the day and chilling to gear up. And I love Sundays because that's like my planning day to kind of get to the start line to ding and go.
I love it.
So yes. Well, thank you so much. So if people want to reach out to you, they want to catch up with D.O.E. Excursions Travel, how can they get in touch with you to plan all of their fun staycations?
Yes. So, of course, I do have a website. It is www.doeexcursions.com, excursions with the S.com. Of course, I'm on social media, Instagram at D.O.E. Excursions Travel. You can find me at Facebook, and that will be under D.O.E. Excursions Travel LLC. Actually, if you want to look me up, somewhat business/personal, West Chantel under Facebook. My phone number here is 602-756-3626. Definitely give us a call, give us a ring, let us know what you would like to do there is still time for this year, 2022 and 2023. You have some that likes to do the big bucket list, and let's do it.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming and being here with me today. Thank you for everyone who's listening to this podcast. And please weigh in where you would like to go and travel and see in the world. If you're in the States and there are any places here you would like to go, we would love to hear that too. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we look forward to meeting up again another time. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.